Among them, we lost 13 American military personnel who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country while performing an active humanitarian. Please join me in a moment of silence preceding our national anthem. President Rotary, please address the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bill. We here today is Mark Cannis. So I was going to tell you this really cool story about a third grade little girl who made a difference in relation to September 11th, but then I walked through some classrooms, and up on the walls in classrooms was some inspiration that I thought y'all might benefit from. So I'll save that other story for, it's a great one, but I'll save it for a different day. I just wanted to read 3 things out of a third grade classroom, and then I'm going to read 3 things that were posted by students in a 4th grade classroom. The first one, responding to a prompt, my first day in school, by emojis. So you can see they put little emojis down on the bottom. This 3rd grader said, I felt super excited on the first day of school because I wanted Mrs. Hamlin. She's got the teacher that she needed. I felt nervous because I thought I would not know something that's hard. I felt happy because some of my friends from my old class were in this class with me. Now, why is this so interesting to me this year? This is a 3rd grader, which means they've not yet spent a full year at school, and they're in 3rd grade. Keep that in mind as we go forward to 4th grade. Here's another one. I felt nervous on the first day of school because I was nervous about my friends. I also thought I was going to have some bullying. I felt loved because I loved to learn stuff. I also loved my teacher. I was super excited about school. So there is faces. Again, first time on campus in a classroom. So that first day writing prompt means something different for this group of kids, I think. I felt excited because I would actually be able to go to school. Can we get an amen on that? And see my friends. I felt nervous because I was scared I might get lost on campus or I might lose my backpack. I was also happy because then I was able to see many of my best friends. So now we're going to move into the 4th grade classroom real quick. My 4th grade goals. So the last time these young people have been on campus was when they were in 1st grade. Now they're back on campus. My 4th grade goals. Have the best school year ever. To stay math focused. But I can't read, but that's because his next one says to practice my handwriting. To get a good night's sleep, to have fun, and to get better in math. This year, here's another drawing. This year, my goals are to improve my math skills. Hearing a trend here with our 4th graders. To not lie. A really good goal. To stay focused. Healthy eating. Neater handwriting, which is way ahead of when I read earlier. Making new friends. Being a better soccer player. Cleaning up. Writing better stories. And having fun. Another common theme, math and fun. Last one that I'll leave you with. My 4th grade goals are stay more focused and not get distracted. What were they doing last year? They're on computers. And guess what? It was really difficult to do two things: stay focused and not be distracted. So they know what they need. To improve my writing and drawing skills, to make more friends so I can have more fun, to be on time and to not miss any instructions, to have neater handwriting so the teacher understands what I'm trying to say. That's my favorite line. To be respectful, so I'm not talking when another person is talking. I will read more, so I will know more. And I will finish the most important things first. Lessons from our fourth graders.
Thank you, Dave. And to show you how fluid and agile we are here, even though it says we're not having a song, we're going to have a song today. So, Ricky, roll it.
Do good, have fun. Have one license. Let's go.
We're the world's greatest Rotary Club of Pleasanton. We give thanks when the work is done. Do our best, but the world makes us do good and have fun. Do good and have fun. We get scholarships from our spirit run. Good and have fun. We can do it. Greatest Rotary Club of Pleasanton. Good and have fun. Share, give people a chance. Good and have fun. We can do the greatest Rotary Club of Pleasanton. We do good and have fun. We do good and have fun. Have fun. We do good and have fun. Come on. Good. Good. Do good. Do good. One last time. We do good. Have fun. We do good. Have fun. We do good. Have fun. We do good. And have fun. One more time.
Let's hear it for John Lewis. So today is a different kind of meeting because it's a club assembly, Bill Evans style, so maybe a little different than a club assembly that you've attended in the past. But I think it's important that every member of our club understands what all the different committees are doing within the club. There's people working very hard in each of these committees, and all of them don't have any idea.
Guest Rotarian visiting.
Excuse me. I'm still learning. I'm only 2 months in. Do we have any visiting Rotarians in the room? I know we do. Mike, would you like to introduce?
Bring the mic, please.
I have two visiting Rotarians at my little table over here. First of all, we'll start with Tammy. Well, this is Tammy Hennigan. She's a member of Pleasanton North, and she's also.
We're a greatest Rotary Club.
That don't sell here.
Maybe we won't do Tammy. No, but Tammy also is, flip that thing over there. You are the Assistant Governor, Area 48. That's our area, area 48, 4B. 4B. And also at my little table here in the middle of the room, I have a guest who no one probably knows, but from the Dublin Rotary Club in the category of electrical contractor, Bob Techna.
Okay.
You know,
Any other?
anybody else? Any other visitors? See, I took all the visitors over here at my little table.
Go ahead, Mike, just keep the microphone go back there for guests or Rotarians, please.
Guests of Rotarians, okay.
Remember, we do have a schedule.
This will be quick. Today I have my lovely wife and best friend, Joyce. Who will apply for application, fill out her application in the next couple of days to join us.
So our board has approved the family membership and Joyce will be joining our club shortly. Are there any other visitors in the room? Where? Next to Bob. Oh. May I introduce you? This is Diego. He works with Brianna and Deanna. All right, welcome. I'll try this again. So today is our club assembly where each of us is going to get the opportunity to hear from the chairs of all of our committees that are working so hard to improve our club, improve the lives of other people, raise money to give away to other people. And you all each have an agenda in front of you. We're going to try to stay on schedule so that we have enough time for everybody to speak. So we put these in 3-minute intervals. I will use this bell today. When you hear that, quit talking and go sit down. Okay, so the first person that's up is Jim Hansen. And then you see the order, so you might want to be prepared to stand up here when the other person's finishing up.
I'm the chair of the Youth Services Committee, and I do want to say that Diego is one of my students, and I can vouch for him. I'm very proud to say that we have a great committee. Gino Ashley is part of our committee. Rachel Finnegan is part of our committee. Anshu Methi is part of our committee, and Brianna Amario is part of our committee. And we have a number of things to do and to redo. We have Student of the Month to start again and invite our students to be with us so that their staff sponsors can talk about them and we can support them. We have Student of the Quarter from Village, and we'll be meeting with them quarterly. And it's nice to be able to have our students in person again. So this is, we're really excited about that. Where Anshu has indicated she's very interested in working with the Interact Club at Amador. So we'll be working with those students and helping them out in their activities. So we also want to encourage them to become part of our activities, especially at this point, the Halloween Spirit Run. So we'll be encouraging them to join us for that. And then, of course, the speech contest, we'll very much try to encourage students to be part of that. I know that's been a difficult thing in the past because our students are so busy with things that they're doing. And if we really want to make this part of what they add to their agenda. So we'll be doing that. And we'll be looking for students to, we have 4 scholarships for RILA, which is the leadership camp, the Rotary Leadership Camp. And we'll be watching our kids and getting kids to be part of that process. So we're excited about that. And then there is a clearance process that our club hasn't gone through in the past. I'm going through that where you get fingerprinted, you fill out an application and you go through an interview and you take a class online regarding student safety. So we need 3 people in our club to be cleared that way, and we're going to make sure that we make that happen. So that's our youth services agenda for this year.
Steve Baker is community service chair, and he's not here. Mark Canis will cover that when Mark speaks for public image. And now we have our international service chair.
Thank you, Bill. Good afternoon, everyone. A little shameless plug. You got the latest chamber newsletter. I handed out. If you need copies, I have extra ones. So I'm new to this and I'm learning a lot. And I want to thank Gary Harrington for trying to teach me what I'm supposed to do. And I'm the only one on our committee, so I certainly could use help. I don't have a bunch of names to reel off. But our goal is to raise funds not only for our club, our own foundation, but also the International Rotary Foundation. So one of the things that Gary put together that we've been looking at, and I presented to the board recently, is a baseball game fundraiser. So to make it kind of fun. And again, the goal here is to try to get everybody in our club to donate something to either one of the 4 categories you see there. I mean, the goal was to split the money in quarter pieces that everybody donates. But if you're not comfortable with that, you want to put it in one bucket versus the other one, just let me know and we can do that. Last year, just so you have an idea, we raised roughly $14,000 for Rotary International, and our goal is to raise $16,000 this year. So that's what I'm hoping we can do. And again, to get every Rotary every year to give something. So as little as $25, that's all it really takes. And it's really easy to do it now because where's Mark Tanis? Right over there. He has added a place on our website where you can actually donate electronically through PayPal. So Mark, maybe you'll talk about that when you get up here, but that has never been available before from what I understand, right? So you don't have to write a check unless you really want to, but you can donate right online now. So we'll talk about that later at another time. So anyway, I hope that you will
Just a pin.
be interested in playing the baseball fundraiser game. And then the other thing that we'll be doing is obviously acknowledging our Paul Harris folks as I figure out how to determine who those people are. So Gary's going to help me with that, hopefully. And again, I could use some help in doing that. And also, some of you may know that I recently was voted in as the president of our foundation. So I've got a few things on my plate, so I'm going to try to get this moving forward. So I don't have anything else to say about what we're doing because I really haven't gotten too far yet. So any questions? Okay, that was easy. Thank you. Thanks, Bill.
Ricky, our membership chair.
Would Deanna Mario please come up and she's here? So, Deanna is the only member that I have on the membership committee. So it's the 2 of us. We would love to have more names to share the load. And she sacrificed half of her Saturday 2 weeks ago to go with me to the district training for membership. And one of the top things they told us was you need to set a membership goal and it needs to have ownership from the club. So don't just set a number, get the club involved. So you're seeing a poll on the screen. You may not be able to see it, but what I want to start with is we've added or are about imminently to add 4 new members as of this week, next week. Grace was our first new member, sponsored by Brad. You saw Diego back there. He's putting his application in. He was sponsored by Deanna. Way to go. You saw Joyce, who's being sponsored by her husband, Bob. And I don't know, is John Sensible here? Hey, John is sponsoring Rena Gupta, which should go to the club this week for full vote and membership. So that's 4 new members in the first 2 months. That's pretty awesome. And so another thing that they suggested is getting pledge pins to bring in a new member. So Deanna already did that, and she's got her pledge, and she's not wearing it, but she's got one. I'm pledging and Bill, so if you add the 4 members plus Bill and my pledging to bring a new member, that's 6. So the question on the screen you see is, what do you think our membership goal should be? You got 5 choices. One is 7, because if we're gonna have start with 6, we gotta at least add 1 more to that. So 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11 plus. So I'm gonna ask you to raise your hand, please, of one of those 5 votes, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11 plus. Who thinks our goal for the year, the rest of the Rotary year, should be 7? No one. Who thinks it should be 8? No one. Who thinks it should be 9? Couple. Who thinks it should be 10? Quite a few more. How about 11 plus? So I'm going to say 10, because we had some on 9, we had some on 11 plus. So with your permission, we're going to make 10 our stated goal. That means we need to add 4 more people who would like to get this beautiful Rotary pin. You go to share screen, Bill. There you go. And then you just click on share, bottom right, says share. And that pin on the right, this pin, it doesn't look exactly like that. It's actually darker. But we want to give you that if you're willing to make a pledge to bring in a new member. You don't get the pin without pledging to bring a new member sometime over the next year. And my time is up, so anybody want to take that pledge right now with me? Raise a hand if you're willing to do that, or you can let me know later. I would love to see somebody say, yeah, I'm going to do it. Diego? Diego and Bob, that's awesome, but we need some new people too. Anyway, I'm out of time, so thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Mark Tanis, Public Image Committee, and Andrew Methy and Grace Nash helping us out. Our other assistant is actually a new and improved club runner, which powers our website and our membership management system. Kind of 3 areas of focus I've been on lately. One's the Spirit Run. One is Steve as Steve Andor mentioned, the donations page. And also was working with Steve Baker, Community Service, at a new web page for his committee. And Ricky is going to give us a little demonstration on the website, how you can navigate to a couple of those pages. While he's getting set up for that, I was working with Change of Pace. That's our vendor for the race Halloween day, and got some search engine optimization going. So we have a new custom URL. It's pleasantonrotary.org/spirit-run. So we'll have some cross-referencing and hopefully boost the traffic and get over 1,000 participants this year. So, all right. Do I hear 2,000?
How many of you have gone to Club Runner at least once so far this year? So that means a lot of you haven't gone to Club Runner. So this is the splash page for Club Runner. Yes.
So for now, we're going to look on our club, and if you can scroll down the donation guide a little higher, right in the middle there. And there's kind of 3 areas where we can donate, right? One is to our club itself, one's to the foundation, and one's to the Rotary International Foundation. So each of those 3 sections, if we scroll down, you can see that on the top section here, we have the foundation. That's what Steve Andor was talking about. If you click on donate, it'll ask you which of those areas of service listed there you wish to donate to. And then in the middle would be a general donation to our club. For the record, that would not be a 501c3, so it's not deductible. And then the bottom, that is a 501c3, that's the foundation of the Rotary International. But I do want to have you go back to our club, Ricky, on the upper left menu, and go to the very bottom committee pages, and let's click on community service, 3rd from the bottom. And this is Steve Baker's committee, and he's done a great job of putting some nice text here. The various avenues of service that his committee is involved with. Rotary gives thanks, Open Heart Kitchen, seniors Christmas tea, we missed that, Sunflower Hill Gardens. But then I think there's one more in the bottom, but if you scroll down a bit, Kids Against Hunger. And then for each of those, on the left-hand margin, you can go back up a little higher. In addition to some of the thumbnails we have, you can click on one of those links and click on Start Slideshow in the upper left. And Steve's put together a slideshow for each of those. So that's all I have. I encourage you to take a peek when you get a second. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Before we have Brad say a couple words, I'm going to piggyback on what he had to say about community service. So the Area 4B clubs are banding together and we're doing a Kids Against Hunger event, Tammy, 25th, September 25th. It's a pay to play kind of thing. So you pay $20 and you go work for an hour and a half. And we have time slots from 9 to 10:30 and then 11 to, you want to tell me the time slots? But anyway,
9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, we'll socialize.
so Steve sent an email out to everybody. We will resend it because maybe you didn't read it. And there's a link that you go click in there and then you register for that. I'm encouraging as many people from our club to sign up for the 9 a.m. one. And then that way we'll have some time to have fellowship while we're doing good and having fun. It'll just be a win-win for everybody. Please plan to do that if you can. Brad Hurst, Club Fun.
Thank you. Club Fun is my ballpark, assisted by Grace Nash and Bill Wheeler. Our goals for Third Thirsty Thursday: number one, to increase attendance; number two, to build fellowship and bring in more people. Last month we invited spouses. This month we're inviting Pleasanton North Rotary to join us at the sports park. And we're working on the Christmas party, which will be a dress-up affair, dress-up event. And then we do need some
Better choice of words.
yeah, we need some help with progressive dinner. We haven't got started. So if somebody has some ideas for progressive dinner, please contact me. But we will have different venues for Third Thirsty Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you. Brad's taking his time. Look at him. He's just almost running. He rides his bike pretty soon. So next we have our club service chair, Julio.
Every month, 3 times a month, we have lunch here. The first, second, and the fourth. The third being TTT, which Brad just talked about. My job is to pre-assign the greeter and the speaker. These sound very ordinary things to do, but they're very important to support and build the spirit of Rotary. For example, the greeter gets to know each other, particularly for new members, to get to know existing members and vice versa. The speaker, of course, the inspiration of the day. As you all know, we look forward to hearing that every time. And that is an important aspect of what Rotary does everywhere. So, you know, it is a simple thing, but it's an important thing for us to all participate. And so for some reason, if you cannot fulfill that function for an upcoming assignment, please find somebody, a Rotarian, to replace you. If for some reason you cannot do that, just let me know and I'll do it for you. Thank you.
This seems like a good opportunity to spend a minute talking about our location, since it's part of club service, what we're doing here.
And you're ahead of schedule.
And we're ahead of schedule, and the next 2 speakers aren't here as well.
Oh,
The farmhouse is a wonderful location. The farmhouse has met with us and told us that our room fee will be increasing from $0 per week to $1,400 per week, in addition to our food costs, starting October 1st, which makes this room cost prohibitive to us. They have offered us the turf club at the off-track bedding facility on the other side of the fairgrounds, which has a wonderful parking lot in front, great bathrooms and everything, for free. They'll give us that place for free. Same food vendor will just move over to there. They have another kitchen there. We will have to start paying a $60 per week cleaning fee, which I think is very fair. The board needs to approve this, which is going to have to happen, or we will be back on Zoom because we don't have another place to meet. So just give you guys a heads up. This is the last month that we will be meeting at the farmhouse. And if everything goes according to the way it should, then we're going to be over there October 1st. Do you have any questions about that?
So moved.
Yeah, do we have a quorum?
I second it.
Okay, we have a club trainer, and that's Kathy Almeida. It's a new role for the district, and she's not here today, so she won't be able to speak. Wheelchair committee, Dick Stafford is traveling, so we will go to scholarships. Nancy.
What does the trainer do?
I,
What does the trainer do? What is the trainer? Offsets the meal.
the trainer is supposed to keep us current with, Tammy, you want to give me some better words? For what a club trainer is going to do?
She
No,
trains
I
us.
put you on the spot. I shouldn't have done that.
No, I'm still right.
Okay. The club trainer is supposed to be enlightening the club with the ways of Rotary, and maybe ways that we're not doing them now.
Location.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nancy Harrigan.
Good afternoon. I'm the chair of the scholarship committee, and we award scholarships based on financial need, as well as student character, school and community service. Students are not handed a check at their graduation. They must present the committee with official proof of registration as a full-time student. We have 9 Rotarians on the committee. It's a fabulous committee. In 2021, we awarded $61,849 to students. $41,849 went to high school students. There were 11 total from high school, 7 from Amador and 4 from Foothill. We also awarded $20,000 to college, junior, senior, and grad students. There were 8 students there. All of those students were financially needy students and had received a scholarship from us when they graduated from high school. We have 4 memorial scholarships. The new one is Senior Bob Avenor Global Humanitarian Scholarship. He was passionate about raising money for wheelchairs and going on wheelchair distributions around the world. He served as a translator for rotoplas medical teams in remote villages abroad. He taught Spanish, French for 27 years at Amador. In 1983, he co-founded the Pleasanton Tulancingo Sister City Association, and he passed at 91. The second one is the Warren Annis Service Above Self Scholarship. He was a founding member of our club in 1965, left a long-lasting legacy of service to the community on behalf of the Rotary Club of Pleasanton and individually, and he passed away at age 93. The third one is the Roger Dabney Scholarship. Roger Dabney was an advocate of service above self and supported the service activities of the club. He was the principal of Foothill High School from 1974 to 81, and he passed in his mid-50s. The fourth one is the Harry Platt Scholarship. He was president of our club in 1973-74. He was also an advocate of service above self. He had a talent for creating words for songs for special Rotary events, and he was a dentist. So our foundation accepts all personal donations for scholarships. The donations can be given to the General Scholarship Fund, to a specific memorial scholarship, or to scholarships for college, junior, senior, grad students. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody's so well prepared, staying under 3 minutes. Gary Harrington is our chair of our WASH committee, Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene.
Thank you, Bill. Since I've been speaking to you the last couple of months, and last week I spoke in depth, about in depth about our wash committee. The only thing I want to add to that, besides what I have on the sheet, is that we have a new member, Bill Burke, and we want to thank him for joining us. But Monday, the committee met and we decided to join an e-club in Sweden on a small project. It'll be about a weekend that I will ask you to join if you want to. Our club has committed to provide their club has permitted to provide 100 solar-safe water heaters to families in Kenya and ask for assistance. They have raised all money already for 40 solar heaters, and the solar heater costs $150 a piece. And our committee has committed us to four so far, and if we get more people to volunteer, then we'll add to it. But what we're going to do, these heaters are the Solavan heaters. The Solavan is a Swedish innovation that purifies water by using nothing but solar energy. It opens like a book, and after a few hours in the sun, the water is hot and free from waterborne bacteria. This makes Solavan a perfect solution for people in need of safe drinking water and hygiene. And in addition, we gain reduced deforestation, biodiversity, climate change, equity, health, and wealth. One Solavan heater gives one family access to hot and safe water for 7 years. And they're dealing with Kenya. Kenya, almost 19 million people live without access to safe water at home. And only 27% of the population have access to the electrical grid. 90% of Kenya's rural areas boil their water. This means that the majority of the population is dependent upon firewood or charcoal to boil water for drinking and to heat water for hygiene and cooking. Less than 20% of the forest remains in Kenya today. Using firewood and charcoal to boil water is both time-consuming and expensive for families living in scarce resources. So I'm asking you those of you that would want to join, give you about a week, but if you can go to PayPal or so forth and click on 150 supplies one family with a heater for 1 year, and look at the work we do in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Next, we have Randy Brown, our chair of our poker committee.
Thank you, President Bill. I get to be the chair of the most fun event. We plan parties, that's what we do. I mean, how do you go wrong with having good food, good drinks, good fellowship, and playing poker? So our poker tournaments normally, nobody's laughing. I mean, this is supposed to be funny a little bit.
Try harder.
Thank you, thank you. So normally we have our poker tournament in May. We try to fit it somewhere in between all the graduations and people going out of town, people are getting out of school and all that stuff. So last year, and I don't know if you guys heard, but we had this thing going on that we weren't able to have it. So hopefully this year, if we don't have this surge and the city lets us use a hall or some place where we could have it, we will have it. I'm excited about that. So I'm going to guess as soon as we know that the surge kind of dies off, I'm thinking in October, we'll start having committee meetings. Normally we have Larry Yamas, we have Ricky Walters. Unfortunately, Nancy Pennell will just be with us in spirit this year. We have Julia Lung and many others have come. What's that?
Mike Hoskins.
Yeah, sometimes we have to put up with Mike Osterman. So I know, I was trying to stay away from that one. Yeah, and Sandra Lepley. So this is it's a fun event. We've raised really good money. We've had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. We were planning on last year doing
the Roaring 20s 2.0. So I think we're going to keep with that theme because it's still the 20s, right? We can do this for another 9 years if we like. So we're going to have a big party. We're going to dress like a bunch of fools in the 20s, and we're going to raise money. So I'll let you know when we start planning it as soon as, like I said, the city lets us start planning and reserving that space. Thank you very much.
How much money did we make last year? What's our goal this year?
Last year, we made, I don't remember.
15.
It was a 15,000? Yeah. So
What's our
our goal
goal
this year is about 25.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going for it.
I love that goal. That's a great goal. So it's time for a spirit run. And instead of hearing from another insurance agent today, you're going to hear from his right-hand man. Eric Martin's going to speak.
Thank you, Bill. So the Sensible San Filippo and Rotary Club Spirit Run this year will be held on, help me out.
October 31st,
October
Halloween.
31st. Appropriately for a Spirit Run, right? Where will it be? Where will it start? Where will it finish?
Fairground.
Right here at the fairgrounds, exactly right. We're gonna change of start time from, well, I won't even tell you what we used to do. We're gonna start at 8:30. We're partnering with a change of pace. We've hired them to help us out to make this a huge success because there is a bet going on. How many runners will we have? 1,000. 1,001. That's what Larry says. We've got some great committee chair people. Kathy Alameda and Dennis Clare are helping out with registration, are in charge of registration. Lee Carlson is in charge of the venue and the parking lot. Pete McDonald is doing marketing. I think he's got some great folks helping him out there. Look to see lots of things, both in the weekly and online. We'll get to Treasurer Marjorie Wong Gilmore is making sure that everything gets paid that needs to get paid, and we collect the money we're supposed to be collecting. We've got Bob Silva in charge of volunteers. We've got Dick Stafford in charge of food and water. We've got Sandra Lepley in charge of the Kids Challenge. That's always a very, very fun event. And then we've got Kurt McIninch and Julio Leong in charge of the course monitors. And then there's two other groups that I want to talk about. One is sponsor commitments. The target is $50,000. I'm sorry? 50,000 a month. Boy, you are ambitious. Brad Hurst and Lee Ashley are in charge of that. Target's 50. Anybody want to guess how much we've got committed so far? 50. Close to 50. 48.
We need to raise the goal.
Yeah, let's hear it for those guys. They've done a fantastic job. Yeah. And of which, of course, Sensible San Filippo is the lead sponsor, and we want to say a big shout out to them. Thank you. And it wouldn't be complete without our illustrious leader who stepped up to lead the charge this year. Please give it up for Larry Annis. Thank you. So look for all those committee chairs we just talked about reaching out and contacting you. So when you get that phone call, please return their call, help them out. And if you've got anybody else, a family member or a friend that can help volunteer and make this happen, we really appreciate it. So those calls should be coming soon. Thank you. Thanks.
Sandra, you have a question? Sandra has an announcement. She's not on the agenda, but like I said, we're fluid and flexible.
Actually, I just wanted to follow up on our cookie trays and treat trays for our first responders, our police department, and our fire department. We are doing our 20th year anniversary of 9/11. And we will be taking lots and lots of treats to those folks on Saturday morning, the 11th, just next week. So Nancy and I are kind of huntering. She started it and I said I would kind of take it this year. I want to tell you, we've got several people who have already offered to donate for us, and I got a big bag of candy today. But I wanted to shout out to Jack Brass, who I just went by his house and he gave me $100 to buy trees and to add to that. So what else do we think we're going to do? Yes.
They aren't taking homemade grass homes for a lot.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So if you want to add to it, you can just email me and let me know, and we'll pick up whatever. So next week is here too, right? Yeah. So next week you could bring it here and I can take it home with me, or excuse me, Nancy, I guess, could, because we're going to put it together on Friday. And we do need a couple of volunteers to help us in the morning at 10 o'clock on Friday to help put the trays together, and then we'll deliver them on Saturday. Anything else, Nancy?
I misunderstood. If we can make homemade items and donate them?
Sure. Yeah, we can. Yes.
Like no CBD.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
No THC.
And if you're doing with nuts, we would like you to keep them separate. Just in case we have a firefighter with peanut allergy. Anyway, thanks so very much.
Thank you, Sandra. We have a couple of speakers that didn't show, that were not here today, so we have a little extra time. If Foundation would like to ad lib, I will give them some time right now, or we'll put them on an agenda for a future meeting. Marjorie and Steve, it's up to you. No? Okay. Just giving you an opportunity. Are there any members in the room that have questions specific to any of the speakers today? I can bring the microphone around. You could ask those questions right now. No.
I could ask a question. How many members of Rotary do we currently have?
We have 70, well, we don't anymore because we just got new applications, but I guess they're not members. We have 79 that are members or honorary members. I believe 7 of those are honorary members. So we have 72 and 7. Marjorie? It should be. Kurt is very good about keeping that up to date. I can't answer that with a definitive yes. Okay. Any other questions? Dennis, are you ready for an opportunity drawing? Yeah. We're going to adjourn a few minutes early today after we try to give away some money. $79. $79.
That'll satisfy everyone.
The first ticket is 911.
9/11. Wow, nobody had that.
Nobody has it. Okay, the second one is 908. Of course. Why do you think I'm standing here?
9/11's pretty close.
Oh, do we do one more? Okay, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got through our club assembly in record time. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Meeting is adjourned.
Ding.
Ding. Not over there.